Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and we're having a Rosecraft morning. And you'll have seen by the title, Rosecraft are my knife brand of the year. And the reason they got best knife brand of the year is just consistency, good knives at a reasonable price for what you're paying for them. I, I can't find fault with them. I literally, yes, I know you're going to have some that are going to be a wee bit off center, things like that. But this is a brand that are, very few of their knives are going to be over £60. But by gosh, the quality you get for that £60 is amazing. You've seen, these are some of the ones that I've shown on my channel. The bone on them, the jigged bone and just the ordinary bone, the dye they do is amazing. It's honestly amazing. The only other thing in that sort of price range that I can compare it with is Case, because Case do a fantastic dye, a dye job on their knives, on their bone especially, and it's as equal to this is equal, if not, it's right up there. And that's really hard to do for a new brand. Now, I know like Andy and Swags, they've been around, well, Andy especially has been around far too long, but bless him. Uh, Andy's the designer of these knives. His designs have been fantastic. They've nearly all been single bladed. And I just think that is fantastic. Now, I've got a two blade here, but I love the single blades, being able to pick knives up in single blades. And the two that are up on the little plinths are the two I can't separate to be my favourite so far. I just can't separate them. I think they're both fantastic knives. But I'm going to show you what ones. Andy sent me another couple. And now I've been on looking now. Heine Haynes, which will have a full stock of them eventually. There's some problems with customs, so they will have a full stock. But I will say that Cycler knives have got a little bit more than Heine at the minute, but they've got different ones as well. So go and check them both out and see which ones you want. There was my little friend was down yesterday, Norman, and he wanted to take this one away, but I wouldn't let him, by the way. They've got them in Cycler knives, Norman. So if you're watching this, I know you watch my videos anyway. They've got them in Cycler knives. So if you go on Cycler knives, the address will be down below, and they've definitely got them. So what have we got for you today? Let's start with this one. This is the Clinch River Swayback Grey. So let's get opening. I love the boxes, just fantastic. Fantastic boxes. Look at the way that knife's presented. By gosh, that's a big bugger. But when you see the bone in it, like it's grey, but it's this grey blue, which seems to be the in colour. I have to say I do like it myself. I'll put that out of the way. So it's the Clinch River. Look at the dye job on that. Look at that bone. Is that not just beautiful? Look at the figuration you're getting in that there. That is flipping awesome. Really, really. Come on, it's just flaming good. Tiny wee lanyard hole there. You wouldn't get much through that, but I'm sure you could take a few strands of your paracord off and put it through, or a little bit of thin leather. I don't think you need. That's a big knife. Oh gosh, the pull in that! Wow. And this is in D2, of course, like all the rest of them. That is it's quite different. It's quite odd looking, I was going to say, and that is probably the word. It is a bit odd looking with this big, deep choil here to get your finger up in. I can get all my finger in there, and I'm not. You see that? That's nice the way it's going away from you. So you haven't got some of them come up and they come very sharp. They just bend down sharp, and you're catching your finger. I can pull back on this. If I pull back on the end of the choiler, I've got so much room to do decent heavy work, but also in this way, which is what this sway back is made for, especially, is for these. But that's a big knife. What size is the blade on that? Let's see what size the blade is on that. Well, it's 3 inches from stem to tip, and it is cutting edge is about 2.5 inches. So that is a big working knife. When I choke up here, The sway back doesn't bother me. I'm not a great lover of sway backs, so I'm not going to make out that I am, and sway backs are all that. I'm not a great lover of sway backs, but that bone is just flipping gorgeous. Really, and I love this rosebud here they have as a shield. I think it's fantastic. They are. It says, well, I think Rosecraft blades, and it's got China. That's just a little sticker which just peels off if it's like the other ones. The other ones were on the blades. I'll take that off afterwards anyway. That doesn't bother me in the slightest anyway. You've Andy Armstrong's Maker's Mark and D2 steel. Just super. Does it come sharp? It feels fairly sharp, that. Let me see if I can get a wee bit of paper here and we'll see what it's like. All the other ones have come reasonably sharp, I'll have to say. You see, I mean, this is a medium price knife, and wow, the attention to detail. Look at that choil. You're not going to have any smile in that whatsoever. Look how well, look at that. And then look at the other side. It is absolutely beautifully done. No smile on it whatsoever. Beautiful. Fit and finish. Let's see what the fit and finish like. It's like every other one I've had. It's just flipping fantastic. There's not, I can't see any gaps. Look how straight that has been cut across there. It's beautiful. It's lovely and clean inside. Look at that. Oh, listen to that sound. That is fantastic sound. It's about a 6 pull, which is perfect. Perfect. And it's a big knife. And you're sneaking up here, so it'll never close on you. Real good work knife. And again, for this way, for doing it this way, yes, you can definitely do it that way. The pull cuts is really what the sway back's good for, because your hand sits in that way better. But I mean, just as an EDC, this is just fine. If you like a bigger knife, and there's a bit of weight to this now, I have to say, I'll do a full review on it, you know. But I would say that's close to 3.5. Oh, let me just turn this on, and we'll get you a weight in ounces. It is, well, there you go. It's 4.1, so you know, there's a fair bit of weight on it. But you're getting a big sturdy knife. Like, look at that. That is lovely. Although the tip's not over fine, but as an EDC, this will cover everything you need to do. Yeah, when I'm, you see that there? If I push through and just get up here, that's more. That feel comfortable. Like, you know, I know I'm very close to the blade, but I'd be quite happy to work like that. That's no problem. I really do. But I can't get over this bone. Look at that. Look at the way it has taken it. Beautiful bone. Lovely. So there's the first one we're getting today. And I say I'll do a review before I make any decisions on it. You know, a swayback's never going to be my ultimate knife, because it's just not one that and I've actually got another couple recently. So, but that's a big boy. Oh, sorry, I meant to say what this one was. What is this one? This one is, where does it say it on it? This is the doctor's knife. Oh, here we go. The Holston River. They're all named after rivers. And there it's in the box. This is the doctor's knife. Absolutely. I've got a small collection of doctor's knives. I think this is my 4th. One more and I will have a collection, a mini collection. Love the base on that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is beautiful. So well finished. So well finished. And this one's just in black. Is it black micarta? It looks like it's black micarta. Doesn't say that on it. I'll double check again for the review. But it looks like, unless it's bone, but it looks like linen micarta. Do you know what I mean? That smooth micarta. But whatever it is, let me tell you, it's beautiful. And look at the shape. Isn't that just a lovely little, that's a gentleman's knife. I love the ring here is beautiful. And like all doctor's knives, you'll have a long pen blade, usually. That's what they have. And then the true doctor's knife, as people would say, would be the spatula. I've got one with a spatula, and the rest have all got different blades. But here's what's nice about this, because this, I would be quite happy taking us out and eating a steak with it in a restaurant. You know, what a lovely little knife. It's slim. It's not going to offend anybody. It's UK legal anyway, so it can't offend them anyway. But and then the secondary blade. Look at that little Warncliffe. Is that not just a beauty? Look at the swedge on both of them. Beautiful swedge on. But that is a just nasty little machine. That is. I'll have to pull that out just to have a look at it. That is really nice. Oh, let's go to the other side. Look at that baby. Isn't that fantastic for detailed work? What a beautiful, and the swedge on both sides, just stunning. Love that. That's a real wee, that's the sort of thing. What do you see? You can get just the tip of the blade and look at that. It'll just lift the skin. Have you got a scalp? Look how easy it is to lift the skin. Beautiful. Really nice. So it's a doctor's knife. It'll get scalps out. That'll do rightly. But again, that pen blade, I would say, it's a weaker pull, and this is probably only about a 4. But it's a gentleman's knife. You don't need anything. If you're cutting a steak, it's not going to close on you. But yes, I think that would be a lovely knife just to slip in your pocket if you're going out for a meal, and if the steak knives are rubbish, you'd quite happily have that. And I've no doubt that it's as sharp as the other one. Let me just see. It's just, I mean, it's not as sharp as the other one, but by gosh, it's sharp, all right. So there we go. The collection grows because as I said, I get these sent to me. So, you take what I say with a pinch of salt, but why would I give you a bum deal? If you go on the internet and you have a look at people's reviews on these knives, you very rarely get a bad review on them. And that tells you something when so many people are doing it. But of course, I tell the truth. As every other reviewer is supposed to do. To me, this is the brand of the year. And I've never actually done brand of the year at the end of the year. So this is the first time it's happened because I was so impressed with everything about this company. Andy is just such a gentleman to deal with. In fact, the couple of people I've spoke to there are really, really nice to deal with. And the knives are made in China. I suppose you have to say that. Why do I have to say it? I don't blooming know. I mean, yeah, and they want to get to America and make them in America, but the climate is not that great for taking a big leap like that because it's not. The countries at the minute around the world, they're just coming out of recessions. We're coming over COVID. People are just wary about risking taking your money. You don't want to lose your business before you've built it up. And so they're using China now. Good on them. Just use it. They've found a company who are making a good knife, giving them consistency. And that's all we ask as knife lovers is consistency. And just the rest of it, sometimes you get a bit annoyed. It's all right for us sitting on the sideline and say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Just buy from here. That's not the way the world doesn't just work because that's what we want it to be. It's not like that at the minute. It's a risky business for young startup companies, and this is what this is. All right, Andy's been around a while, but it's still a young startup company. And I think he has researched who's doing the work. He has just the consistency. I'm going to keep saying that word because that's what I love, and that's what made me do this brand of the year, if you like. It really is just something special. I think this is just, for me, stood out. Now, I don't know whether they've been going, I think it might have been going a wee bit longer than a year, but I've only got to hear about them this year, and we're only starting to get them over here in the UK now. This last sort of 3 months or something, we've been starting to get them. But any of these knives, any of these knives are worth the money that they're asking for them. I mean, this is starting at £26 or £27. This wee keychain, and I know it's such a simple little knife. It's a bit of G10. It's got a beautiful little sheep's foot blade on that. Look at that. Isn't that a great? And it's D2, £26. It's for putting your key ring or just to throw in your pocket. If you don't want to go out without a knife, but you don't want to take anything big, throw that in your pocket, 26 quid, or stick it in your chain. Absolutely beautiful. And I mean, the bone, I keep showing this bone off on all these knives. It is just so well done. So well done. This is another beautiful little knife. This is the Warncliffe. Absolutely stunning. Sorry, these I've been using them because they're just such good users. They're just such good users. They really are good users. Lovely. That's the power of them. Absolutely beautiful. But these two bios, these are my ones that I can't decide which one. I mean, I actually, they call this a jackknife. To me, that's a big enough bolster to call it a Barlow, but it doesn't really matter what you call it. Um, Not in my head, anyway. Look at that. This is the kayak, and this is the river. Can't remember. Too many rivers. Can't get in my head. But these two, I can't decide which one I like. Like I have used this one more. I just love the shape of that. I love that. That's a more traditional, and I tend to always stick with traditional. But I think this year I'm going to give this my knife of the year for 2023. This is absolutely stunning. This is the RCT 009, and it's the kayak. It is gorgeous. A full four finger grip when I get up on that. You know, it's a smaller knife, but a little stocky work blade. Isn't that blade just different? It is different, reversed handle, whatever you want to call it. It's just, but you can really get up the end of that and do some really great detailed work. And it's stocky enough there. You know, it's a good, just to do anything I want to do in a day's work. A day's work. I haven't done a day's work in a long time, but there you go. Rosecraft blades, definitely company of the year, brand of the year, whatever you want. Just a beautiful outing, a real outing of knives. I mean, for your first year to have that many knives out, that just fantastic. I'm over the moon for them because I know they put a lot of hard work, and Andy will work his backside off to make it a company that we all can get behind. And get behind him because he's putting out quality materials, fit and finish, consistency of just what they're doing is good knives. So thank you very much. I actually really like this one out of the two, but I will use them both and I'll get back to you with reviews. But it's probably going to be near the new year and we'll go through them more deeply. But just if you're at all looking for presents to give out around that 50 to 60 pound mark, these are fantastic, fantastic. I mean, yeah, I'll put them up against Rough Rider Reserve, but I'm going to put them ahead of Rough Rider Reserve simply because they're doing bone. Simply because they're doing bone. The fit and finish is just amazing. And Rough Rider Reserve, you know, I'm not going to knock them, but these, because they're doing them in bone, I think they're doing something different. I just like the simplicity of this rosebud shield. You get a single thread across the top of them. Not all of them. There isn't one on that one, but the rest. I just love it. The detail's just fantastic. The devil is in the detail. So, thank you very much, Andy. I really appreciate these two. That's probably some of the nicest bone I've seen this year dyed. Grey bone. It is fantastic. Can I show you that again? Look at that. It's just beautiful for a knife that, you know, is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. So there you go, wee Paddy's away. Congratulations to Rosecraft Blades. Um, I'm really glad to be in partnership with you because I can just see better and better things coming. It's there, and you know the bones of the business is there. Just keep it going. It'll grow itself, and hopefully one day you'll get to America and get to make them in America. I hope so. But for now, I'm happy enough with these wee knives. Take care, everybody. All the best. Paddy's away. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye.